In a scene that could only be described as a collision of reality TV chaos and medical drama, a delivery room turned into a battleground when Remy Ma and Claressa Shields threw punches while a baby was being born. This wasn't a scripted episode of Love and Hip Hop or a tense moment from Grey's Anatomy. This was real life, unfolding in a hospital room where the stakes were as high as the emotions. The internet exploded with reactions, memes, and speculation, but the core question remains. How did a moment meant to celebrate new life descend into a fistfight that left nurses scrambling and a baby's arrival overshadowed by scandal? The chaos began in a delivery room where Claressa Shields, a renowned boxer, was in the throes of labor. Contractions were close, the fetal heart monitor was beeping, and the medical staff was focused on ensuring a safe delivery. Enter Remy Ma, the rapper known for her fierce persona and unapologetic attitude. She didn't walk in with flowers or well wishes. Instead, she arrived with an aura of confrontation, her black shades and designer bags signaling trouble. The room's atmosphere shifted instantly. Nurses exchanged glances, the air grew thick with tension, and Papoose, Remy's husband, stood frozen, his expression blank as if he'd mentally checked out. Remy didn't bother with pleasantries. She locked eyes with Claressa, who was sweating and vulnerable, and delivered a line that sent shockwaves through the room. "Let's see if this baby got my man's nose." The audacity of the statement, spoken loudly enough for the heart monitor to register a spike, was a verbal grenade. Claressa, already enduring the physical pain of labor, was pushed to her breaking point. Gritting her teeth, she demanded, "Get her out!" But Remy didn't back down. She stepped closer, her movements deliberate, and whispered something into Claressa's ear. The words remain a mystery, but their impact was immediate and explosive. What happened next defied all expectations. Claressa, mid-contraction, summoned the strength of her boxing training and swung at Remy's jaw with a punch that could have ended a professional fight. But Remy, quick on her feet, dodged the blow with a dip and countered with a swing of a pillow so forceful it tore open, sending feathers flying like a chaotic snow globe. The delivery room, meant to be a sanctuary of life, became a scene of pandemonium. A tray of sterilized tools crashed to the floor. The baby monitor was knocked over, and nurses scrambled to restore order. One nurse, later identified as Tasha, pressed the emergency alarm and shouted, "This ain't in my job description," as she tried to intervene, only to find herself caught between two women who could overpower her without breaking a sweat. Papoose, the man at the center of this storm, remained motionless in the corner, his silence louder than the chaos unfolding before him. Was he in shock, complicit, or simply paralyzed by the collision of his past and present? The internet would later roast him mercilessly, with memes comparing him to a buffering screen or a wax figure stuck in place. But in that moment, his inaction only fueled the fire. The fight was brief but brutal, lasting less than a minute. Hair was pulled, insults were screamed, and the room descended into a blur of feathers and fury. Claressa, still in labor, shouted about betrayal and contracts, while Remy fired back about loyalty and refusing to be a side character. The nurse, Tasha, tried to separate them, dodging flying IV lines and praying for backup. But the real bombshell came after the fight, when it was revealed that the entire incident was captured on a hospital security camera in crystal clear 4K. And somehow, that footage found its way online, according to an anonymous Reddit user claiming, to be a hospital insider, the leak didn't come from a staff member. It came from an unlikely source, the hospital DJ who was supposed to be playing soothing lullabies for the laboring mothers. Instead, his Twitch livestream, left running in the corner of the room, broadcast the brawl to the world. The 17-second clip spread like wildfire, hitting the Shade Room, Lipstick Alley, and Twitter within minutes. Hashtags like Non-Labor Room Rumble and Remy vs. Claressa trended globally, with users posting reactions ranging from disbelief to dark humor. One tweet read, "I just watched a woman give birth and throw hands at the same time. God is still making warriors." Another edited the footage into a Mortal Kombat scene, complete with health bars and the caption, "Finish her," but beneath the memes and viral edits, a deeper question emerged. Why did Remy show up? This wasn't a random visit or a moment of curiosity. Sources suggest Remy learned something devastating just before the birth, possibly a DNA result, a text from Papoose, or evidence of a betrayal that pushed her to confront Claressa in the most public and dramatic way possible. The internet seized. on this, with users analyzing every frame of the footage for clues. Some claimed to lip-read Remy's whisper, speculating it was a taunt about the baby's paternity. Others pointed to a screenshot circulating online, allegedly showing a DNA test labeled Shields Claressa, with the father's name redacted but time-stamped the morning of the delivery. True or not, the rumor mill was in overdrive, turning a delivery room fight into a full-blown conspiracy. An audio clip surfaced 12 hours later, adding fuel to the fire. Posted on a gossip blog, the muffled recording allegedly captured the moments before the fight. In it, Claressa's voice is strained but clear. "I told you I didn't plan this. I didn't mean for it to go this far." Remy responds, icy and cutting. "Don't play me. You were never just a friend. You had a whole timeline behind my back." A male voice, presumed to be Papoose, mutters, "Let's just focus on the baby." But Remy's next line sent the internet into a frenzy. "You better pray that baby don't look like you." Fans dissected the audio, with some arguing it proved Remy had evidence of infidelity, while others saw it as her lashing out in paranoia. Either way, the clip cemented the narrative that this was no ordinary feud. It was personal, messy, and tied to a child caught in the crossfire. The hospital itself became a character in the drama. Reports emerged that Claressa had listed Papoose as her support person on her admittance form, a detail that raised eyebrows. Was this a deliberate jab at Remy, or standard procedure? The hospital faced scrutiny for its security failures, with questions about how Remy gained access to the delivery room and how the footage leaked. Tasha, the nurse who tried to break up the fight, became an overnight sensation. She posted a cryptic TikTok the next day, sipping tea to a Nicki Minaj beat and mouthing, "Y'all ain't even ready." Rumors swirled that she was planning a tell-all book, while the doctor on duty reportedly requested a transfer to a pet hospital, unwilling to deal with love and hip-hop maternity ward drama. Papoose's silence only intensified the speculation. Fans expected a statement, a tweet, even a vague Instagram post with Drake lyrics, but he gave nothing. His inaction painted him as either complicit or cowardly, with memes joking about him buffering while his wife and the mother of his child brawled. Claressa's camp, meanwhile, was reportedly lawyering up, exploring parental rights and DNA testing. Remy's team went into lockdown, with no public appearances or social media activity. Behind the scenes, both women were said to be preparing for a legal battle that could reshape their futures. The hospital faced its own reckoning. The leaked footage and chaotic scene prompted an internal investigation, with potential lawsuits looming from both sides. The security breach, coupled with the failure to prevent a brawl during a high-risk delivery, put the hospital's reputation on the line. Some speculated they might press charges for disruption of care, a rare but possible consequence when a public fight endangers patients. Claressa, however, emerged as the unexpected victor in the court of public opinion. While Remy and Papoose's perfect family image crumbled, Claressa stayed silent, letting the world speculate while she positioned herself as the wronged party. Rumors swirled that she was in talks with major networks for an exclusive sit-down, ready to tell her side of the story and pivot from boxing champ to media star. Her calculated restraint contrasted with Remy's impulsive confrontation, leading some to wonder if Claressa had been playing the long game all along. The baby, born amidst the chaos, became both a symbol and a mystery. Was it Papoose's? Would it unite the fractured parties, or become a pawn in a custody war? The internet churned with theories, from reality show conspiracies to claims that Papoose was negotiating a deal to capitalize on the drama. One thing was certain: this scandal wasn't just a viral moment. It was a reputation war, a legal minefield, and a cultural phenomenon that exposed the raw, messy intersection of fame, love, and betrayal. As the dust settles, the world waits for the next chapter. Will Remy and Papoose's marriage survive, or is this the end of their empire? Can Claressa turn this scandal into a career-defining moment? And what of the child, born into a storm of fists and feathers? The answers lie in the moves each player makes next, and with legal teams, media deals, and public opinion at stake, one thing is clear: this drama is far from over. What do you make of this saga? Was Remy justified in storming the delivery room, or did Claressa have every right to defend her space? Is Papoose the mastermind or the scapegoat? And will the baby bring peace or ignite a custody battle? The internet is buzzing, and every update promises more twists. Stay tuned, because this scandal has only just begun to unravel.